Oh my God. Okay, Maggie Phelan, welcome to the Wrong Side of the Hedge.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Come on.
This is like, how many episodes have we shot now? We have...
I think we're on 10 now.
10 are going up, but then we've shot... We have...
Oh, right.
3 more in the can, I guess. Yeah.
I think, if I do my math right, that might be 13.
I think so.
Yeah.
I need a calculator and I don't
So
have
you're guest number 14.
Hell yeah.
Which, lucky 14.
Yes.
And I am feeling so lucky to have you down here because you do stand-up.
Yeah.
You do improv.
Yeah.
You do sketch writing.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Which, this is a big question.
They
But
can't
which,
get me to stop.
yeah, which is your, you might have to kill your darlings, but which is your favorite one to do?
Improv is my first love.
Is it really?
It really is. I love it so much.
Oh my
It's disgusting.
gosh. So were you doing that before stand-up?
Yeah. Oh, I would never have done stand-up unless I had already. I was like 6 months into improv. Had a bunch of
Maggie, you were so
friends.
good at stand-up. I just instantly thought that's what you started off as.
No. No, I took a improv, 101 or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Level 1 in January of 2018. And then I was like crazy lucky with my group of people. Like I became, Kippers and Ash and Lindsay Drushy and
it's like Murderer's Row.
I was like, oh, okay, great. So I just met my best friends.
Holy
and then
crap,
I just became friends with like all the comedians in the scene. But like I got close to a lot of people who were doing stand up. So then I would like go to the mics just to like watch them and stuff. And then like it was just like, like 6 months in, I was like, I can do this too.
Oh my God. And then you freaking crushed it.
Thank
you.
Because
you've been like a finalist in the competition. You've like done literally every show in Vermont there is to do, as far as I know, right?
I don't know. I know. No, yeah.
Are there any?
I guess so. No, I would know. I would be like, except for that one.
I figured you probably would. You're somebody who has their finger on the freaking pulse.
Yeah, and I hold grudges, so I would be like, yeah, except for fucking who, I don't even know.
You find out and you throw a brick through the window with your
They're like,
face
someone
on
is
it.
vandalizing my car every night. I'm like, that sucks.
Maybe you should invite that person on a comedy show.
Yeah.
Maybe
Have
Maggie
you thought
Phelan
about who
needs
you
to be.
haven't booked yet?
No, but Maggie,
Oh my
is
God.
there like anyone that you were like, I really want to be on that show and I just haven't for like years or whatever?
I know. I guess not. Is that rude? Is that rude? I don't know.
We do the circuit. You do the circuit.
I know. Yeah, I guess so. I go on tour around Chittenden County quite often.
What's your favorite room outside of the club to do?
Ooh, excellent question. When you were hosting Wit and Wine, I mean, that's a great room in general, but you got people out, like, people went nuts over Wit and Wine when you did it.
That blows my mind to
I don't know.
hear.
I don't know why.
Because
that would blow your mind. I don't understand why that would be surprising
to you. I
to
had such a hard time in that room.
Really?
I felt like I loved bringing comedy to Shelburne.
Yeah.
But I felt like, like I just had such I don't think I ever really did well in that room, but I knew that you guys would.
Interesting.
So that show, I'm like, oh, thank God I did it. Because, it's fun to start a show and try to start a show.
Yeah.
But, like, the fact that people thought that had a good time there, I'm like, oh, my God, because it was such a hard room for me.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I really like any room where it's like people are here specifically to watch this show. They're not being bombarded by a comedy show at a bar that they came to talk to their friends. You know what I mean? Like I always feel so bad. Like I'm always just kind of like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I'm here and talking to you right now because I understand that you want to be talking to your friends and like drinking and not. So anytime that they're like, and also anytime that honestly that is outside of Burlington, because I think it's just like, like it's a bunch of people who are like excited to see comedy or see something. You know, like I did a show, Keziah Wildy.
Oh God, Keziah.
Yeah, she's awesome. She put together a show in Middlebury.
Oh,
and it was awesome. It was such a good show. It was at like the theater, whatever theater is there.
Oh,
and
man.
it was like she goes to Middlebury, so she had a bunch of connections like of people who came out to see her, but it was also just like a lot of local Middlebury people who clearly was like, oh, like there's a show going on here.
So
like
happy just to have something to go to.
Yeah, because otherwise their lives are so.
We make life worth living with our dick jokes and our.
I feel like I don't need to donate to charities because sometimes I do stand-up comedy in Middlebury.
Oh God. Oh,
but it is like you can just fully feel the difference as like a performer of like these people did not know they were here for a comedy show and now they have been held hostage and they feel awkward getting up and leaving, so they're gonna, and then God forbid you're at the end of the lineup and you're like, I am genuinely so sorry, I know that you like were hoping that was the last one and yet here I am like about to do a longer set than everybody else did, so have fun with that.
And despite that, I'm gonna get in the car and evaluate all my life choices based off the response I just got from people who didn't even
know
here.
This was happening.
Yes.
They had no idea. And then I'm like, I'm the worst stand-up comic in the whole world, and everybody who's ever watched me hates me because that man who wanted to get drunk with his coworkers on a Thursday night had to watch me. Like, I guess I'm quitting because this sucks. Yeah.
Have you ever backed out of a show because you're like, I can't mentally do this. I can't mentally put yourself. Or
I mean, Meredith, the amount of things I back out of because I can't mentally do them. I was talking to I'm known to be a quitter. That's just like I just quit.
Quitter.
I just like quit things. And so I was talking.
I love that.
And my mom is like, you're a trier. You try
what
things.
A mom. What
I was
a
like,
sweet
you're
mom.
a sweet woman.
Yes, what a
and
sweet
because
mom.
she was the best mom to have as someone who wanted to quit everything because she was like, yeah, I don't want to do this. like, I don't want to be here.
haul your ass.
She was like, she hates sports. Like, she hates them. And so any sport that I tried, I quit. And she was like, yeah, let's go. I don't want to watch this. So
she's
let's
like, you're gonna
have
be a
some
performer.
fun. Yeah.
You don't need to do this.
So I was like talking to them. I was home this past weekend and we were just like talking about comedy, and it came up that I was like, it's almost been 10 years. And I was like, and then I was like, oh my God, this has been like my longest like era ever. And my sister was like, this is the only thing you've never quit. And I was like, oh.
Because then you sit back and you're like, oh, because I'm sick, I'm mentally ill, I can't stop.
I'm unable to stop. But I think it does surprise people in my life outside of my comedy people that I haven't quit because I'm a quitter. And also because like it is something like I have really intense anxiety. That's like why I quit everything.
Yeah.
Just like horrible anxiety. And so I think the idea that they're like, oh, okay, so you just get up on stage and talk to people. I mean, like, tell jokes, but you haven't quit that? Like, of all the things that you've tried, that hasn't given you enough anxiety to stop?
So
like, that's terrifying. And I'm like, I wish I could explain it to you.
What the hell is up with, brains that do that?
I know.
It's so weird.
It is weird. It is weird, because it's like, I couldn't sit on a, bench while other girls played soccer because that gave me too much anxiety. But like getting up and doing a 15-minute set in front of a sold out room, that's fine. I can do that. Oh my
God.
Yeah.
And I was talking with another comedian too that was like, oh, I didn't even tell my family I was gay. I said it on stage first. Because it's like,
yeah, something about it. It's
intimacy.
Like, it's like vulnerable, but it's also like, it feels kind of like you have like a wall up between you and them. It's like, I'm telling you the truth, especially me. Like, I know a lot of comedians like actively make things up.
Yeah.
I always like, all of my stuff is exaggerated, but it's like fully rooted in truth.
Yes.
But something about telling it to an audience full of people that I like don't know, I'm just kind of like, I don't care if you know this. Like, whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know. And then so something about it is like both vulnerable and also kind of like, I can kind of like make a like production out of this instead of like it really being like I'm sitting down and like telling you something.
Have you had
life,
jokes though that you've told and you're like, oof, that was too, maybe I can't go there?
Ooh, yeah. Yeah. It's so weird, but anytime I try to joke about my sister's cancer, they don't like it. I don't know why, because I think it's funny. I'm like, I'm going to be the one who makes cancer funny. I'm going to do it. And they're like, not going to be you. Not going to be anyone. I'm like, but she's 35. That's funny. But it really sucked.
Have you always been a confident kid?
No. Oh my God.
When you were
always. That's implying that I'm currently confident.
I mean, I've heard all of your Amazing Sister songs, which make me so happy. But like, what were you like when you were teeny tiny? Like
just a bundle of nerves, like a bundle of nerves. So like, and also I need to go back. You said, have you always been confident? Yeah. I'm not confident. I never have been, never will be. I'm not confident. Like, that's a whole other thing. I'm like, I'm so unconfident that I need to make strangers laugh in order to like feel good about myself.
Oh my God, there is
God forbid I just like felt funny on my own. No, I need a room full of people to tell me I'm funny, or else no. So no.
But I feel like that's like a big misunderstanding with people who are not comedians, or is that you're just always funny, like off stage, right? And does that get like annoying, or like how do you feel about that?
I mean, I am always funny off stage, so it doesn't get annoying to me. No, it I mean, like, I think it's when I find that stuff annoying, it's like my family and friends, they're like, we're not. Whatever. Like, we're not gonna like ask you to like. Sometimes my like uncles would be like, put that in the sketch, and it's like, that's just like what uncles say though. Yes. So like, whatever.
It's a very uncle thing.
Oh my God. Or they're like, need some material, Mag? I'm like, no, not from you. And then you know what sucks is when they do give me like good material, and they're like, and I'm like, that was funny, but like I really don't want to give you the credit of that being funny.
I feel so bad. Like some people have pitched stuff, and you're like, that's a cat story. I can't.
Or like, I love when people pitch things and I'm like, I saw that tweet yesterday. Like that, you didn't think of that. And so I'm not going to, first of all, steal it from you who stole it from someone else. That's not going to work.
Oh my God.
But dating, it's the worst.
Oh my God.
It's the worst.
Oh my God, because are you single? Who were we just talking with about the apps? We were talking about Max Palmer about the apps.
Yeah. It's rough out there.
What the fuck,
it's
dude?
like, I like to put it
you
forward.
Guys are so brave.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Damn, almighty.
I always put it out there on my profile that I do comedy in like some sort of subtle way, either like a picture or like whatever. And because it weeds people out for me. Like if they are cool about it and ask me about it, like, oh, how'd you get into comedy? What do you like about comedy? Blah, blah. Then I'm like, all right, cool. You're like interested in this. But more times than not, and I'm not straight, but I do talk to a lot of cis men, and I find it from them most of the time of being like, either a classic is like, oh, I always wanted to get into stand-up. I'm like, okay, well, I did. Or they're like, oh, like my friends think I'm really, like, I'm like the funny one in my friend group. And I'm like, okay, so was I. So am I.
I wish my Andy, if you could be sitting where I'm sitting, I wish my eyes were recorders so I could be recording her face and making a GIF. Like, well, I did. It was like, it was so perfect. I was like, this would be the best freaking GIF.
The beautiful thing about this whole setup, I just popped my audio there. Sorry about that. Viewers at home. The beautiful thing about this is we have 4 cameras. So
I did forget that we're facing. Yeah, but it's not what I saw.
In the back of my head.
Like your fitness.
They're not gonna see my face. Every episode is just a view. The only angle is you. You just see the back of the guest's head. That would, I mean, for an unconfident person, that feels good. That feels nice.
Like, I love doing stand-up.
But then I would see the back of my head and be like, well, now I have something else to hate about myself, which is awesome. Come on.
Maggie, what if there was a stand-up that did stand up, but they always did it so their head was facing the audience, like the back of their head?
Ooh.
Like Cousin It.
Ooh, you just gave me a really good idea. No, I want to do that.
Give you a good,
to do exactly that.
Idea.
No, let me do it.
I'll make it funny.
Let me watch how I do it.
Watch how I do it. Cancer and the back of my head.
I'll only do the cancer jokes backwards, and then I'll be like, oh,
cancer jokes
backwards.
Oh my God. I'm actually kind of sold. I mean, this is now sounding like a sideshow act.
And I do need to, I'll get like extensions or something.
Oh my God.
I don't think they would want to see the back.
Wait, why are you so conscious about the back of your head?
Have you seen I realized I saw a TikTok the other day that was like, if the back of your head is flat and like can't hold up like headbands, and I was like, yeah, go on. What? And they're like, you weren't loved.
Yes, I heard that too.
Yeah, and so I brought it up to my mother.
I heard that.
I was like, did you not love me? And I was like, she doesn't like when I just like ask random. I'm like, did you hold me as a baby? And she was just like, no. She knows I'm being like annoying. You know what I mean? So she's like, no, I didn't. I was like, yeah, well, I can tell because I can't wear a headband. I'm like searching for any ways to have like childhood trauma. Unfortunately, I had a really great childhood. So I'm like, yeah, but the back of my head is flat.
I can't wear headbands.
I can't wear headbands.
I should have handicap parking.
People really need to start talking about the population of us that can't wear headbands.
Oh my God. It is. You guys are like suffering in silence.
I know.
Okay, so Jack Nicholson has the flat. Jack Nicholson has a really flat back of his head. And I was like,
how do you know?
Because I've seen him in movies. He has a very flat, and I always like, wow, he hated tummy time as a baby.
I know.
Get tummy time.
My sister starts defending her. She's like, well, it wasn't really a thing back then. I was like, I'm not. That I think tummy time was a thing 30 years ago.
Picking up your child.
I think holding your kid was like a thing. God. And she was like, well, you were the third, so like that was hard. I'm like, she should have held me. I know that
actually had siblings that could have done it.
I know. And she was like, no. Well, yeah, no, the one right above me never would have done it. The oldest, she could have held me too.
What is the age split between you three?
There's 4 of us.
Oh, shit, 4. Yeah. Oh, my God.
The oldest is currently, our current ages are 35, 33, 30, 28. So 3,
so
3,
you have a
2.
younger one underneath you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank God.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. She came out and I was like,
kids.
oh, one for me.
Yeah.
Perfect.
What was
one
that?
For me to play with.
Yeah, and is that how it worked? Like, were you very much like an older sibling?
The 2 of us were like, no, I wasn't a older sibling to her. I mean, I am, but like her and I were like pals, like attached to the hip, pals, like best friends.
Is that still now?
Yeah, we're still, all 4 of us are really close, and we go through phases of like who's closest. So her and the other middle are going through a phase where they're really good friends right now, and I'm like kind of annoyed by it. I'm like, okay.
The other middle.
The other middle.
Middle.
We share the middle role, and we sure did. We're both classic middle children, but in like different ways. So we each like took a different role. Yeah.
So were you guys like
is annoying me right now?
Fighting? Were you all the time? What was it like at your house? It was
truly, chaos. Just absolute chaos.
4 freaking kids, dude.
Yeah, and then on top of that, like I'm from like a big Irish Italian Catholic family who's like, I have 21 cousins on one side, and we all grew up in the same town, and like my dad is one of 8, and then my mom is really close with her cousins growing up. So I have there's like 15 of us, but we're like not even first cousins. We're like 3rd and 5th and whatever cousins, because like she was close to her cousins who then they had kids, and they're all and we all grew up within the same area. So it was like not only was our household chaotic when it was just the 6 of us, but like it was almost never just the 6 of us, because like someone was over all the time. Grandma, grandpa, aunts, uncles, cousins. Like it was just like open door policy.
That sounds awesome.
It sounds awesome.
But like did you long for like your own private, quiet, leave me the fuck alone time?
Yeah.
It's so funny. The grass is always greener.
I know. It was like I wouldn't trade it. Like I'm ultimately incredibly happy with the fact that I had like all these people. But yeah, the minute I got my own room in college, I was like, I'm never going back to sharing a room.
God.
And I think that's why I'm still single.
Yeah,
like, I can't do
you
it.
have to compromise.
Sorry.
I get that.
Yeah.
I totally get that.
Sharing a room. And I like finally it was like we like rotated out like my oldest sister. First of all, my oldest sister, I'm gonna call her out by name. Kylie Rose Phelan Doyle got her own room in like when she was in high school. But we only had 2 bedrooms upstairs, and one of them was just like really, really big. So 3 of us were in there, and then she had her own room.
Oh my God.
Now looking back, I'm like, that's not cool. And then this is funny. The big room was kind of split in 2.
Yeah.
So we kind of like had no wall, but we like made it 2 separate rooms.
Privacy curtains and
she
things
had a private,
like that.
Yeah. Anna insisted on a privacy curtain. And we like painted them different colors so that it like really felt like 2 different.
That's really cute.
So then
that's
she was
really
in that.
cute.
Yeah, she was on one side and me and Allie were on the other side. And Anna would charge me and Allie a quarter every time we stepped over her side.
Oh my God. I freaking love this shit, dude. Oh my God.
Yeah. And we didn't have a lot of quarters.
I was going to say, did you actually pay?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, God forbid we didn't pay. I mean, it's either like pay a quarter or like have the shit beaten out of you.
Oh my God.
But then we were always pissed because we were like, well, we can't do that to you because to get out of the room, you have to step on our side because the door was on our side.
Right.
And she was like, sorry, that's how it is.
Oh my gosh, that's so harsh. And it's so funny that you just like bow down to it. You're just okay.
Oh yeah.
I guess that's how this is.
It was just like, yeah.
Because you're older.
Yeah. Oh, we had a lot of that, like hierarchy. How do you say that? Like, it was like whoever was the oldest in the car was in the front seat. That's just a no-brainer. That feels like a no-brainer now, right?
Wait, will you please tell the story about the hot tea?
Okay, so this is where I kind of exaggerate on stage because it didn't happen to me.
Oh,
it did happen.
But it did happen. Oh no, did I just ruin this bit for you?
Oh no, that's okay.
Okay.
I don't care, please.
Okay.
It's more like my sisters are gonna like whenever I tell them that I sing the songs, because I didn't write any of those songs. My sister Anna is the writer. Like she wrote those songs. We just were her backup singers and we would sing them. But like they're too good not to like
Yes,
sing.
they're amazing.
So I do them and I'll like tell because she's so funny. She's like so funny. I think all 3 of them are funnier than me, but they just like don't have enough. They don't have like They don't need the attention as much as me. And I'm like, I'm gonna get on stage and make sure people think I'm funny instead of just like. But so I'm like, I have to sing these songs. They're too fucking good. And she's like, okay, well I wrote them. I'm like, I know you wrote them. I'm also like not like recording an album.
Yeah, right.
It's like whatever. Sorry that the like college boys in Burlington think that I wrote them instead of you.
But you should though. You actually should record an album.
Well, we did in Seattle when we
yes, that's
we went
right.
We went to Seattle and we found out at the they have the like Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and they have like a room that you could like record your own stuff and we were like, oh my God. And we're like, okay, well we have to do this.
How old were you?
Probably like 6, 8, 11.
Do your parents still have that recording?
Oh yeah, big time.
Oh
big time.
God, that is
yeah. We
I'm jealous.
We were like my parents were like, all right,
that.
we can do it. But our plan was like to eat lunch at the Space Needle. The entire lunch was planning of like, okay, well, which songs should we do? Which ones shouldn't we do? Like it was like a whole like planning session. My dad was like, we're at the Space Needle. Like we're in Seattle.
But this is actually
and I was like,
important.
yeah, but are we gonna sing Ham, Cheese, and Turkey? Or are we gonna sing Dumb Johnny? Like
God,
which one are we gonna do?
Cute. That's
It was a blast. It was so much fun. But yes, my sister, we got like we did get very physical with our violence. I mean, most of our fights were like emotional for sure.
Right.
But when it got physical, it was like it was definitely like unique the way that we like physically fought. So one time my sister, I think that what truly happened, I like tell it in whatever way that I think is gonna like be funniest on stage. But the way that it truly happened was I think Allie, who was the youngest, was sitting in a bucket seat, which is the middle seat of the middle aisle of a minivan.
Yeah.
If you're familiar with the minivan life. And it was a newer minivan, so they were like 2 separate seats instead of like one long bench, you know? So they were really good seats. I remember watching it all from the back. So somehow I just got they were like, Maggie's in the back, whatever. Like, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, why wasn't I fighting for the bucket seat? Whatever. Sometimes it's just easier to just be like, whatever, I'll be in the like. And yeah, Allie sat in the bucket seat. Anna really wanted the bucket seat, and they just fighting. And Anna was like, had her tea in her hand. We were big tea drinkers, by the way.
That's really cute too.
Poured it right on top of Allie's head. And it was hot. It was like hot.
Oh my God.
Yeah. One of our biggest fights we still talk about, and this did involve me, and I'm not embarrassed. But we were, God, the 3 of us. It was kind of like the 3 of us were kind of. It was kind of like my parents and Kylie raised me, Allie, and Anna. Okay. She was kind of like this. They were like, perfect. You can help us with
She's not going to get mixed up in all the craziness.
No. So no. Like, yeah, the 3 of us were fucking weirdos. And Kylie was like, yeah, you are weirdos.
That's
and
why
I'm
you
like,
guys are in your own room.
Exactly.
Sequestered.
Yes. She was like, let me go ahead and have my own room because I cannot handle these 3
I had to put the oxygen mask on myself.
Yeah. We were like, what you doing in there? She's like, just like meditating. She's like, I can't handle you.
I'm reading parenting, not like guidebooks, so I can be of use. Oh my God.
And we're just like wrestling. And so she was like moving into an apartment, and God forbid we helped move her stuff, you know? So we were like, well, we're going to wait in the car. And then we like waited in the car, and while my parents were helping her move, and then we like got Domino's, and we ate Domino's in the car. And then it was like time to throw out the Domino's box, and we were like, we didn't want to do it. And then somehow they like physically pushed me out of the car, and they were like, go throw this away. By the way, the dumpster was like, I could see it from where I was, but I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not throwing this away. That's not fair. And I held my ground, but I got really mad, and they were like laughing because they locked me out of the car. And like, yeah, I could have easily just ended the fight by throwing away the pizza box, but I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I got so mad I punched the window. Punched the window. And then all 3 of us kind of like, we were like, that could have been bad.
Did you hurt your hand?
No, I'm not that strong. It was fine.
Oh my God.
But I was like, ah! And they were like, oh my God, Maggie. And I was like, I was like, oh my God, Maggie. That was a lot. This is over a pizza box. Like, you guys we have to chill.
You know what's so funny, Maggie, is like, we have had male friends that have gotten upset and like put their hands through drywall.
Yes. Oh, that's such a thing.
Doesn't bother. Just like, yeah, that's what happens. But you just barely like tapped a window. And you're like, I went too far.
No, yeah.
Like that's too far.
And it was like one of those moments where I was like, if my parents were like, they weren't like tough or scary by any means, but sometimes it was like, if we just went
like that would have poked
like that,
bear.
yeah. If they had, especially after the fact that they're upstairs moving my sister in without the help of their 3 other daughters who refuse to help. Like, imagine they walk in on me punching a window. Like they would have lost their
You're
shit.
actually being counterproductive. You're not even being like in the middle anymore.
Oh no, we're like making it harder. We're like making everyone's experience their day harder. But okay, the drywall thing that's a thing. Like,
that is a weird thing.
I had these friends in college. I somehow found myself friends with like a bunch of like douchebag finance bros in college.
Drywall punchers.
They would get listen to this. They would get so riled up. They weren't even mad. They would put on a Nickelback song and go so fucking nuts that they would punch. I would go over the next day and there were holes in their
from listening
dorm,
to Nickelback.
From listening to Nickelback. And I know.
Okay,
is that a thing
this
too?
Freaking Nickelback thing. Like, why does okay,
weird.
I don't understand what the hate is or like what.
Yeah. I don't know. That was like a whole thing when I was growing up. It was like Nickelback is horrible, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know. I feel
ambivalent.
Yeah.
I'm not going to punch drywall.
No.
I mean, I'm not, like that. But
I also think it's just like a weird, like they were like, it's like a weird, like manly thing. I'm like, why is
like
this
cocaine? Were they doing some sort of?
Maybe. I mean, they were blackout drunk, but like.
I mean, there you go.
That feels obvious, though.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been friends with finance bros if we weren't getting blackout drunk because of it. I wouldn't have never hung out with them otherwise.
Finance bros. Did that place smell like Axe? Like, was it like,
yeah,
were
it was
they like
nasty.
that? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, their house was not my favorite to go to.
Can you imagine going to like a finance bro's house and it's actually cozy? Like that would actually be kind of
that'd be
weird.
Sweet.
I'd just be like, I feel like they're into hygge.
I feel like you can get out. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do the finance thing. Go do something else. Do something sweet. You have it in you to be sweet.
So, okay, you had mentioned the apps before.
Oh, yeah.
And because Andy and I we've never done them.
Oh, you lucky little
I know, we're
bitches.
so
Wouldn't
I'm
that be
always...
so funny if the two of you were just like, let's just do the apps.
To see.
Show me how to use Tinder.
Yeah.
And then I failed.
Shoot.
I couldn't swipe right or whatever.
Yeah, you couldn't swipe
that is
right
tough to either go like
whatever.
this or like this is really tough.
Really
and it's the only time on your phone you'll ever do those motions.
I swear to God.
It's not that different from just using your phone.
I'm a millennial. I should know how to swipe.
Yes.
I'm not
You
73.
should.
Oh my God. So
But yeah.
is it
the best time ever?
Yeah, is it the best time ever?
Really?
It's awful. It's awful.
But oh my God.
Like, okay, yeah. So I was saying before, it's like, that is an easy way to weed people out. Like, if they're annoying about comedy, if they I mean, like, what I run into in general, and this is like on the apps and in person, but like men specifically, they just don't like to ask you questions about yourself. They just don't. I'm like, I told you things about myself.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh my God, there was this one guy who was like, oh, like, what'd you do last night? And this was the first time I had mentioned comedy. He was like, what'd you do last night? And I was like, oh, like, I do comedy and I was in a stand-up show last night at Radio Bean. And he just goes, Radio Bean is cool. I was like,
how do you not want to know?
I did stand up, and I think I think it's like fragile masculinity, like not liking the idea that like a girl is doing a boy thing, you know? Like it's gotta be, right? Or they're just like, weird. I don't know, it's so weird. But like it is easy to just be like, okay, well then I'm not. You're not it, you know? But I get the like, oh, I've always wanted to do stand-up thing. But then I also get the like, oh, like, tell me a joke. And I'm like,
oh, so they can rate to see how funny you are.
I don't even know.
That's so awkward.
But I'm like, I'm not gonna type out a joke to you right now.
And like, also, that's not how your comedy works.
Yeah. First of all, I can't do that. I know, right? I think most people comedy, like, unless you're like doing one-liners, it's hard to like translate my jokes into text. I mean, I don't even write down my jokes because then I read them and I'm like, that's not funny.
Because so much of it, is your delivery.
Yeah.
And like
exactly
the rest of your. It's so funny. Tell me a joke.
It's so lame. God. It's so lame. Or they're like, oh, one guy recently was like, I like had mentioned doing comedy and he didn't ask about it, and then he randomly was like, oh, I've been meaning to tell you, if you're looking for some new material, like, I can give you some because I'm the biggest joke in Burlington. I was like, oh, no. How long were you sitting on that, like, hoping that it would land? And then meanwhile, I had to ghost him. I was like, that's going to be the end of our conversation, sir. Thank you so much for your time. But we're done. We're done here.
I imagine him saying it really quickly, like he's trying to get it out. He's like,
I know, and I'm like, it's in writing. So. Like, we're texting. So I'm just staring at that, being like,
yeah,
and then
you're
it's like,
right.
What, you want me to ask you, like, oh, why are the biggest joke? And I don't care. That's also why I'm single. I don't care. I don't care enough about people.
That is because you
it's
have
bad.
to. I mean, way back when Andy and I first started dating, it's
when
like,
you were 9 or 10.
we're
like actually not far off.
Our moms would, like,
I said that to sound crazy young, but weren't you like straight up 11?
We were pedophiles. Not pedophiles.
It was gross. It was disgusting.
we were. You're not a pedophile if you're the the ped.
Exactly. People don't talk about that enough.
I know.
2 peds don't make a file.
2 peds don't make a file.
Totally
Age
cool
makes
what you
the
guys
file.
are doing, all right?
Yes.
Totally cool.
Yes.
Totally cool. Above board.
But the whole, I have to hide this part of me.
Oh, I know.
Because I don't know. I don't want you not to like me.
I know.
I don't know how you feel about me.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
I know.
My God. It's horrendous.
It's also so annoying because it's like half of the time you're getting this messaging of like, you have to fall in love. It's the best thing ever. And then the other, it's like, okay, well, let me go out and try. And everyone's like, I'm not really like looking for anything serious. Like my favorite thing is like when people are like on their profile, like they're just like contradicting themselves. Cause you can like say like what you're looking for and stuff like that. And like, it even gets down to like, do you want kids? Do you not want kids? Like sometimes I'm like, I don't need to know all of this like the minute. Like I can learn this stuff about you. Like, as we're talking in person. No, I don't need to see your whole like whatever.
Sperm donor or whatever.
I'm like, it's a little much. But it's so many people like will contradict themselves and be like, want kids, but like only looking to like have fun right now. I'm like, like not looking for anything serious, but like want to get married one day. I'm like, you have to like do you know what I mean? Like you can't.
Okay, and once you have weird, kids, like, the fun goes. Like looking for fun and wanting kids.
Yeah. It's a weird like. Work. I think it's a weird like nonchalant thing of people trying to like be cool and like not seem like overeager. And I'm like, it's okay. It's okay to want to date someone. We're on dating apps. Like we're all here. It's fine. Also, like at this point, like I'm fucking 30 years old. Like if I was still, you know, I don't know. Even at 21 though, I felt like it's okay to want a partner. Like that's okay. Yes. But even then it like felt a little more normal to kind of be like, oh, I'm just like dating around, hanging out. Like I'm not looking for like anything serious. But it's like, guys, come on. Like it's okay. It's okay. But it is like a weird, like you get both.
Like that's gonna turn somebody off if you're saying I would like a relationship.
Yes. Yeah.
That's so weird.
It is. It is weird. But then I even find myself being like, gross. You want a relationship? That's disgusting. I know.
Maybe?
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't.
Want, like, they're casting like a wide net.
I know. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. If I could psychoanalyze everyone.
I know. Like, why are we even? This is such a ridiculous conversation.
Yeah, it really is.
We're not helping Maggie.
I came here for help.
I know. Yeah. We're not helping her feel any better about this situation.
That sex talk show that we used to watch in college. Remember?
Oh, the freaking yes.
Oh yes, Dr. Ruth.
Yeah, no,
the sex doctor.
She was different than Dr. Ruth.
Oh,
she was like, oh my God, the Sunday night sex show. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Johansson, not Scarlett Johansson, but her name, and she. Oh my God, she was. I am such a vanilla person. And I remember we used to watch it in college. We'd all get together and we'd crochet and watch Sunday night sex show.
Balance it out.
Balance it out.
Yeah.
And she would always she'd always do this with her fingers to show a penis and she would always, and she's like, now you want to get in there and just, you know, like you're gonna get it, hook it in there, and she'd always say, and he's gonna be hanging off the chandelier. Like that was what you were hoping to achieve by like doing these different like this was the penis thing, and I just remember. Why did we talk about Sunday night sex show?
Well, because I don't know.
I mean, now
that's what you guys are doing for me right now.
We're introducing you to Sunday night sex show.
Let's stop like psychoanalyzing and and then that just I don't know. She popped in my head because she's like a sex.
Oh yes. You're right. You're right. Yeah. And there's another comedian that's used to teach sex ed.
Oh yeah. Jenna. Yeah. She's doing like a dating show
stuff
coming up.
Oh, is she really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. I don't think that's how I want to meet someone either. No offense to her. It's like I really like I'm like such a jerk though because I'm like, oh, I want to be in love, and then I'm like, but do I want to meet new people? No. Do I want to go on dating apps? No. Do I want to leave my house? No. I'm like, but I want them to magically appear and then be perfect. So how about that? And then I'm like, what? Like, why am I still single? Like, why am I never? It's like, well, The writing's on the wall, bitch. You haven't done a goddamn thing. and then when I do go out, I'm like, refuse to like look anyone in the eye.
I guess that means you're interested if you look them in the eye.
That's what I'm learning. I'm like, that sucks.
That's also hard to do.
And also, I'm a very unconfident person. In my head, the minute if I look at someone in the eye who I think is attractive, I immediately think in my head, well, they think that I'm the freakiest stalker fucking loser who just because I just looked at them, and that's fucked up. That's disgusting. Yeah. So now they think that you're a freak
because I
looked at them.
Yes, but this is how you looked at them. You just casually were just like this.
Oh yeah, just like anyone else.
I think what my face was doing was different than I think.
Yeah, I think I'm like flashing them. Like I think I'm like,
or I'm like
full on.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
or like doing, No, you just flashed them a look.
Oh yeah, and I'm just like looked at them. Yeah. And then I'm like, well, why didn't anyone like approach me all night? My friends are like, you didn't look at a single person. Like you wouldn't, like you didn't. Who would come up to you? Like, I hate
you
that.
You had your finger out like this all
like,
night.
Don't approach me.
Why would people look at body language? I mean, come on.
They should know that inside of my head, I want them to come over. They should know. And you know what? And if they don't, that's on them.
Yeah, I agree.
That's not my man.
No,
it sucks.
That I read last night, comparing boomers to millennials to Gen Xers and all this other stuff. But what the point of the article was that because I don't believe this. I just read it.
He believes it.
So why you say it? But you're saying it. You must believe some part of it.
No, I don't believe it. But I want to get your take on it.
Okay.
Believe it. Maggie's trying to implant it in your brain. Believe it.
No, but it said that because boomers didn't grow up with technology and phones, that they had to make conversation in elevators.
Yeah.
When they were walking down the sidewalk. They couldn't bury their head in a phone.
Yeah.
They had to just see people and and so they're naturally good at
fucking.
Well, I don't know about that, but
no phones? I hear that. I do understand they're good at fucking. I do think boomers are good at fucking.
I mean, they clearly well, their parents were. Boomers' parents were really good at it. Yeah.
Or just bad at. We don't know if they were good at it.
No, they all had PTSD.
Yeah. They were just
they were good at it.
They also just didn't protect themselves against children.
There was no emotional closeness probably.
Yeah.
At all.
Ugh. I feel bad for them.
All right, so Maggie, I need to know now that we've completely not helped you at all with being single or making you feel better about the apps or any of the situation.
I know, that's why I said
I don't know why
here. I thought it was gonna be an hour and a half of you guys helping me find someone.
What would you do if we had somebody over there
a line of people
waiting some really gross person?
I'll tell you what I wouldn't do. Look them in the eye. Or talk to them.
It'd be behind the hedge. That's what you have to name the behind the hedge.
Yes.
Okay, so Maggie, what has been your worst show, your worst stand-up show that you've ever done? If you don't mind telling the story.
The thing is, I never remember why it was bad. I just remember it being bad.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
It was just one. It was at Drifters. Do you remember Drifters in the Old North End?
I've never heard of that. No.
It was
oh my God.
Adam Matrani and Liam Welsh had a show.
Oh.
Baby Boys at the time.
I do remember that place.
Yeah. And it was a little, I don't even know
very
if it's
tiny.
It's right on the corner of it's where I don't know. I see it in my head, but I can't describe it to you. Kind of. Yeah, it was in the Old North End somewhere.
Okay. Oh my God, just barely remembering it. Yeah.
It was truly like a moment where, and it was early on too. So again, I don't know how that didn't convince me to quit. Like that felt like something where I was just like,
your quitter
how did
tendencies.
you continue to do that? Like if I had that now, it'd be like, okay, you're good, you're fine. But like I was not deep enough in the game to be like, yeah, I'm very surprised I didn't quit after that. It was just like, and it's funny. It's like I'm telling the same jokes I'm telling now. I never write new jokes, so it's like it's not like the jokes were. I mean, they were bad, but they're working today. Sometimes, like sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But also like back, I didn't really know how to like play with the audience that much.
Yeah.
Back then, so it was like back then. 2019, and
that's
it was like
back then.
Kind of back then.
Yeah, we've gone through a lot of shit since then. You're allowed.
Before
times.
It happened.
Yes.
But I just remember like every time I would tell one joke, and it was one of those rooms where you can see everybody's faces. I'm like, why are there 10 of you, and why can I see everything that's going on?
Your pores don't even like me.
Yeah, literally, I was like, dude, at least crack a smile.
So
like it was like
awful.
nothing.
Oh my God.
And it was like, and like I said, it was like at one of those moments, like, because it's like, it's not like I don't still bomb, but like now I know how to like call it out. It's like so much. And that actually always gets them, because it's like if we're on the same page about you not liking this, then you'll at least laugh about that.
Yes,
like
because I see what's
it's
happening
like I get it. This isn't working. We're not having fun, but I'll at least like we can have fun about that. We can have fun about not having fun together. But at that time, I was just like, okay. It was like, and you know, like when you like say the punchline, and then you're like, oh,
yes,
okay. And it was just like joke after joke. I was like, the next one. No, none. And it was one of those times, you know, when you bomb. Did you hear that? That was cool.
That was awesome.
That's a great little sound effect.
My God.
That was a nice little like Halloween sound
effect. You can extract that and use it however you want.
Okay. All right.
I give you full credit.
We got to make a remix of like things from these episodes, and that has to be in there.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
But like when you bomb and you're like, okay, but everyone bombed, or like it was like it was a bad room. That's my favorite thing that we all say. It was a bad room.
Blame them.
No, you just weren't very funny. Right. But sometimes, I mean, it is a lot of time, because it really is like the like laughter is contagious thing is so real. Yeah. It's like, oh, if they have like collectively decided they're all gonna laugh, or they're like all not gonna laugh.
Yes.
But when you could like then get off a showcase and be like, okay, well, all of us stunk up the room. But that one, I was like, it was me. They hated me. They hated me.
Sometimes I think people hate. I've sensed the hate the minute I walk up.
I know.
Like I haven't even said anything, and they just like, I don't like the way that you're dressed.
Yes.
I don't like the way.
Yeah.
Or I don't like the fact that any of you are fucking here. Like what you were saying.
Yeah, and that's a big one. And I can't remember what the deal with Drifters was. I mean, it's a bar, so it certainly wasn't a show that they bought tickets to. Yeah. So yeah, I'm sure it was one of those situations where it was like, okay, some of you are here because you knew it was a comedy show, but most of you were bombarded by an hour full of entertainment when you came to like eat French fries with your friends. Right. And then it's like, God forbid, because like I've been there. I am not a music person, and I know that's blasphemy in this household, but I'm just like not. I feel really bad. I wasn't gonna bring it up, but I'm not.
I'm so happy that you feel safe.
Yeah, but you had a
that makes me feel.
You're right. And that was peak music. That was peak music for me. You understand the band was just the three of us singing 3-line songs about our mommy not being home yet, right? Okay.
Dude, there's some songs on the radio that I would rather hear that. I would rather hear what you've got.
They were incredible, but we had no, actual musical. But so I'm like not I'm not a concert goer. I'm not a live, like I like live music, but I never seek it out. Yeah. And so I've been in a scenario where I'm like, I didn't know there was gonna be music here. Yes. And then it's like, now I have to like jam along, blah,
and then
blah, blah.
talk over the top of it if you want to talk.
But at least with music, you can talk during it. It's like loud enough or whatever. It's like, right? That's like kind of the,
you don't
like,
get
you can
talked to. Like,
you're not
comedians.
like, yes. And so God, oh my God, like I truly do just genuinely feel bad when I'm up there and I could tell that people did not know this was going to happen because it's like, I'm going to do my set because I was asked to do it, but I feel that you don't want me to, and I now don't want to either because you don't want me to. But so I think it was one of those scenarios where I was like, and I couldn't get them on board. But I have thankfully, like I said, have since like learned how to handle those moments because I think at that point it was just kind of like, oh my God,
and what was
no
the
idea
thing,
what
like,
to say.
did you have the yips like the next time you went where you were like, oh, this is making me feel sick?
Thankfully, it happened during the run of the sketch review in 2019. So I was like not as focused on stand-up. And that's also the beauty of doing more than just stand-up. Yeah. Because I'm like, okay, well, even if this was my last ever stand-up show, it's not my last ever comedy thing. Like, I'll go and do
Maggie,
improv
that's
tomorrow,
right. Like, we haven't even talked about Pet Store. Yeah. Because that was such a cool thing that you did.
That was
and
like
Jared
the
was
best.
here and I totally forgot to ask Jared about it.
Well,
so can you
I
talk?
don't want him talking about it. He doesn't represent Pet Store. It's like everyone came out just to see him. It's like if we didn't have Jared, it wouldn't have
Fuck you,
worked.
Meredith.
It's like
so what was
so
that
Pet Store was
right?
like a perfect example of like we like.
So what was it? So, if someone's watching this and doesn't know.
Yes. So Pet Store was a live sitcom that we ran.
It was so cool.
And it was a full season of an original sitcom. So we wrote 30-minute episodes and 10 of them and performed them live. So
it was so neat.
It was awesome. It was so much fun. And it was like it was a perfect example of like, and like I said before, I don't like sit down and write jokes. I just don't. I'm like the worst stand-up comic ever because I'm like, I don't ever write jokes. If I do tell a new joke, I probably came up with it while I was saying it on stage. Yep. And it's probably just like a rework of like an idea I had years ago that didn't work and now I'm like trying it again or whatever. Yeah. So Pet Store was so much fun. Nick Sisk and I had been like talking about doing a sitcom for a little while and we like didn't know if we wanted to like film it or do it live or whatever. And then it was just like we were just like, let's stop like beating around, like let's just do it.
Oh,
you know?
I love that.
And we got the best people on board to do it with us. And so we wrote I wrote one. I don't like to write. I like to perform. And Maddie Hyams, Nick Sisk, and Jared Hall were our main writers. And they wrote each episode. And then we performed it. And it was a lot, though. It was a lot of work.
That was so much because you guys were memorizing all of it.
Yes. And 2 episodes at a time, too.
God damn.
And we would rehearse every week. And then it was also like we had to like make us build a set. Oh, we had to build a set,
all
but we like
props
created the set and did all the props and yeah. But so that's why I love doing all types of comedy because it's like if one is kind of like I'm not vibing with right now, then like I go full force into another one, you know? Yeah. And also like I only think that I'm good at stand-up because I'm good at improv. Like
that makes sense. Yeah.
And there are, like, when I see stand-ups who, like, I remember I was early on when I was talking to Ash Diggs, and he had been, like, doing it for a little while, and he was a really good friend of mine, and he was a main reason why I was like, I can do it, too. Like, let me do it, too, you know? But I was, like, we were writing together, and he would like write, I don't know if he still does this, but he would like write down like every like and like he had it down to,
oh my God,
like it was like he knew exactly what he was saying and he had it planned. And I was like, I can't do that. I just don't have like the attention span to like sit and write. So I like come up with an idea and I like play it in my head a couple times, and then I'm like, I'm just gonna get on stage and say it. And more times than not, it ends up being completely differently worded than I had in my head, because it's just like I'm kind of like improvising it.
Yeah.
But like, because I had the improv training, I guess, like I always feel comfortable kind of just like playing with it, you know?
Yeah.
So,
and that's where the fun is almost, is that like tightrope that you're walking.
Yeah. That's where I have a lot of fun with it, for sure.
I love that so much.
And it has completely helped with the bombing, because I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just like, I can play this off, because it's not like I have every word planned and now it's not working, but I don't have anything else to say, you know?
Can you do that now where you're like in
pivot.
A room and be able to pivot?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love that too.
Yeah. If not, I would walk off the stage. Well, like, truly. Like, I am like, okay, like,
well,
let's
you have
do
your crowd
different.
work bit too.
Yeah.
But like, do you think you would? That's like everyone's so scared of doing that.
I love it. Oh, the
like
crowd work thing?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's why I do it the way that I do it, because crowds hate crowd work.
Yeah.
And so I love seeing the fear in their eye when I go over to them. And then I love seeing the relief in their face when they realize I'm not talking to them. I'm like,
is it anything you'd want to like pursue? Because I always
doing like crowd work.
Like, like a great way of getting yourself out of a sticky situation.
I know. Yeah, that's a good point.
But it's terrifying to me.
I know. I think I would like. No, I don't think so. I think as long as I do crowd work, it's gonna be a like a take on, you know,
very controlled.
Yeah. Like, I think like I've switched it up, and like, so the bit now is that I just say, okay, thank you, and then like immediately move on to an actual joke.
Right.
And they're like confused about what just happened. I will sometimes switch in and be like randomly. It doesn't always work because people don't really like when people are too mean. But like sometimes it'll be like, "What's your name?" And then they say, and I'm like, "Okay." Like, who fucking cares? Like, what? Why would you tell me that? So like I change it a little bit, but like never to actually do crowd work. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
But it's impressive when people are able to do crowd work well, because I've seen it just not work at all.
Yes.
You know?
I've seen it not work more than I've seen it work.
Exactly.
To be honest.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because the audience doesn't give you anything to
yes. And I'm like, okay. Or like they give you too much, and then you end up just like in a conversation. I'm like, this isn't funny. Like, you're not like working this into if it's like a setup for an idea that you have, like I feel like that could work.
Yeah.
But even then it's risky. It's just risky.
When you were doing improv, speaking of like kind of give and take.
Yeah.
What do you think made your team so good at the beginning? Like what are the dynamics do you think that make like a good, obviously listening is a huge deal.
Yeah.
But what made you guys click so well, do you think?
I don't know. We just had really good chemistry. Like, we just like found each other funny. Like, I think that's so important.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds like so like, but like it does, like, because there are people that you're in classes with and you're like, I just like don't find your humor. Like, we just don't have the same sense of humor.
It's that.
But like the majority of us just had the same sense of humor. And we also did the thing that I think is so important with improv teams is like, just hang out. Like, just have fun. Just don't worry about actually like learning how to do improv together. But and so we would just like hang out a lot. And it was like, oh shit, we're like friends, and we like like each other in general. So then it's just so much more fun to play together, because it's like, I know whatever you're gonna say, I'm gonna think it's funny because I think you're funny. You know? So it's like, whether or not like we like followed the rules of improv, it's like we're having fun. And that's like, I think you can tell so clearly if a team is having fun or not.
Andy's been he's been learning kind of that same thing, but with like band development.
Oh, sure.
So much of it is like the hang.
Yeah, right.
So you get
the chem.
Yeah, the chemistry. And then, because I totally agree that the audience can pick up on your chemistry.
Yeah,
and if you and it instantly relaxes you as an audience member to see it. Because you're like, oh, they know what they're doing.
Or it's even like I love watching an improv team like bomb but crack each other up in the bombing. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's some of my favorite sets were like bad sets because it was just like, this is insane what we're doing. Like we're up here playing make-believe and we're not even doing it well. And then it's like, then we get off the stage and we're like cracking up because we're like, that was crazy. Like Kate Farley and I do Kathy and Kathy.
Yeah.
And that's my, like, I love doing that bit with her so much. But there was one, we did a show at Arts Riot and it was just like the crowd was not into it. Like we're just not into it.
No.
But during the set, I had tears running down my face because I was laughing so hard because it was so bad. It was so bad and one of my favorite sets. Like so fucking funny. But that's also I think why I love improv in a way that like I love stand up, but I'm never going to like love it the way that I love improv because it's like I mean, it's just the classic like one, if it's bad, it's like, okay, well, I just thought of it.
Yeah, there's some grace.
I didn't like,
okay,
sorry.
A bit of
that
grace.
wasn't the funniest thing you've ever heard. Okay, I literally didn't even know I was saying it while I was saying it. Like, it just came out of me. Sorry. I didn't like think it through. In a stand-up, it's like, oh my God, I wrote that. I sat down and wrote that.
I took the time
and
out
was
of my
like,
life.
this is good. This is gonna work. And then it doesn't. You're like, that, what the fuck? And then in the same regard, it's like if you have a horrible improv set, it's like, yeah, me and all my friends had a horrible improv set together. When you bomb in stand-up, you're like, that can't blame that on anyone but myself. That was me and me alone.
Yes.
And I think that's why like sketch is such a fun like mix of the two.
Yes.
Because it's like it does sting a little bit more when your sketch doesn't hit because it's like, we wrote that and practiced that and we're excited. But you still have the like group mentality of like, well, it didn't work for any of us. None of us made it work.
And you can all like Andy and I and our friend Stetson, we used to do and some other friends, we used to do sketch together.
Yeah.
And the most fun I always thought was like the improv-y stuff when we're trying to come up with things.
Yes.
And your hopes are so high.
Mm-hmm.
And then even that part where you get off the stage and you're like, oh my God, we just ate shit.
Yeah.
So bad.
Yeah.
But then you're all
together. Like laughing about it. And it's so much easier to laugh off a bomb when you're all bombing together. Like I'm never gonna like walk up a stand-up set and be like, ha! Oh my God, that was a disgusting laugh. I'm never gonna be like, ha ha ha, that was so funny of me to have done so bad. Like, who am I laughing with? Either I'm like awkwardly making a friend of mine be like, wasn't that so bad? That was, and it's like they're like trying to make you feel better about it, or you're just like trying to convince yourself it wasn't that bad.
Right.
But when it's like, oh my God, the amount of times I've gotten off an improv set and just been like, that was horrible. Like we just like laugh about it.
Well, also it's like, at least in my opinion, like we would have like lots of sketches that wouldn't land.
Yeah.
Mostly because of timing.
Yeah, some of them I really wanted on, and you guys wouldn't allow it to happen.
Shoot.
Yeah, but,
He's like, Anyway, anyhow,
we're not talking about that.
We're not going to talk about that.
No, but like I totally agree with Maggie that like it's like I don't know what. It's like if there's 40 people in the room and like I don't know they didn't find it funny. Big deal. It's not like we're trying to like get our names on lists and make millions of dollars.
Yes, that's a whole other.
Fun, right?
Yes,
like,
yes. Oh, and that's why I came back from LA.
Oh my God, we haven't even talked about
even
talked about that
because I was like, oh, I don't have fun doing comedy because we're all trying to be stars.
Is that what it felt like when you were out there?
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, you're in the land of like people trying to be a working entertainer in some capacity. And so in improv, you'd have a lot of aspiring actors.
Right.
And so it's like not really the same vibe because
this is
they're not trying.
Stone.
Yeah.
I see.
Or you have aspiring comedians who like don't really want you to also be funny because they want to be funny, you know? And it was just kind of a vibe. Like like I said, within, 30 minutes of my first improv class, I met one of 3 of my closest friends to this day. It didn't take me any time at all to like find community here. And I was there for a year and a half, and the community I had were 3 friends who I met doing comedy here.
Oh my God.
So like that's who I hung out with.
Yeah.
And I mean, thank God they were there, or else I would not have done anything.
Yeah.
But like I did not even make like a little bit of a community of people there. And I think it was just like the vibes. Like we just like it was like it's like so here it's like I don't care that my Wednesday night improv show wasn't great. I'm not trying to get on SNL. I'm just trying to like do something on a Wednesday night and like have fun while doing it, you know? Yeah. And like I like making people laugh. That's the like goal.
Yeah.
Like, the goal is always just to make people laugh. And it's not ever to be like, oh, good, now I'm like one step closer to being a comedian. That's actually my worst nightmare, is to be like a working comedian. No, no.
Oh, my God.
Absolutely not. Like I took an improv class because I wanted to like make friends and have fun, and being a working comedian does not seem like that would happen.
Oh.
Yeah.
When you, I mean, you've like, we've both like worked at the club weekends, and you just see, I you know, if they're kind enough to like talk with you backstage, you just hear their schedules, and then you hear
exhaustion.
Oh my God. Yeah. I like comedy, but I don't like it that much.
And like I don't want there to be any reason for the joy to be sucked out of doing the thing that brings me joy. Yeah. Like I'm doing it because I have fun doing it.
Yeah.
And making it a career. I'm not implying that like you can never have fun with like what your job is. Yeah. But if it was like, if it was my livelihood, it would naturally take some of the joy away from it, because just pressure that's not on it. Like, I don't
commodity.
Care. Yeah,
like
exactly.
Like that's so scary.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, well, this is like my livelihood.
Yeah.
Now it's like, again, it's like if I bomb at a Radio Bean show, I'm not like losing potential, you know, money or
staff that work for you later on, that now their income is based off you doing well.
Exactly. So that does like, that's the same like you were saying with the sketches, like, well, it's okay that I bombed, like I'm not, this isn't like.
And Andy, we'd always charge, what was it, like $7 a ticket or something, and they'd be like, we'd always say that, like, well, it's $7. What do you expect? It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. It's $7
for.
Yeah, you get what you paid for.
What I would always think too is like, wow, we filled the place with like 40, 60 people. I'm doing the math. I'm like, well, this is great. We made like,
and most of it was like family and friends. It wasn't ever anyone that didn't know us. Like, it was like us selling Girl Scout cookies to like all of our family. That's what it was.
Right.
Yeah.
We were out having beer off like money from our parents.
Just like a sneaky way for your parents to still support you.
Yeah, we're totally out on our own.
It's because you told me jokes.
Yeah.
Not because I know you need it.
No, but I would always look at the crowd and be like, well, okay, at least we get their money.
Yeah.
At least we got their money.
So true. I mean, we swindled them.
Right? I mean,
we swindled.
Yeah, we swindled them. Like,
such a good word.
Goal. Or a goal.
No, so true. So true. But that's why it's like, like I would never try. Like who was I talking to? Amy Riley, I think, about. I know we were talking about. She's the best. God. We were talking about the Flint space. It's like such a fucking amazing black box theater.
Yes.
But it's just like really expensive.
So expensive
to rent out, and then like to make it, you'd have to charge like $20. I'd be like, I would never charge someone $20 to watch adults do improv comedy. That'd be like the actual meanest thing I could ever do. Never. But so that also it's like, like imagine you're doing a show and you're like, they paid $20 to see this. That's when I would get off the stage being like, I feel bad that I bombed.
Yes.
But you know, at any other show when it's like, but you still get $20. Yeah, so true. I would give it back.
I know. I've thought of doing that. I've like, it was so funny when you were talking about like your bomb show. I had a really bad show at Lincoln's like super early on.
Oh, Lincoln's is hard to have a good show at.
Kind of. And back then it was even worse.
Yeah.
Carl was running it.
Hard to have a good show. Carl running it.
And it was no offense to him. But I had this like, it was my first time doing a show there.
Yeah.
And I used to have this joke where I was like talking about people not keeping their dogs on leashes and how like if it was a person that came up to you and did like what the dog does, like you wouldn't just say like, oh, they're perfectly fine. Like they're like they don't have they're what is it they always say? They always like, oh, they're friendly. Yeah. And so one of the things was like, oh, like the dog like comes and humps you. Yeah. And if a person did that, you wouldn't just be like, oh, don't worry about it. They're friendly. Yeah. But I like humped the mic stand. I used to hump the mic stand
just in case they didn't know what it would look like.
And I was doing so bad that I knew that part was coming up. And I was like, I can't degrade myself anymore. I cannot hump a mic stand in pure silence. I was like this, and that was the same show that I used to do that joke about my uterus being like a lonely hearts lady.
Yes.
And I said, I was like, I'm still having I can't have kids, but I'm still having my period. And there was this old man in the front row that was just like, oh God. Like that was like, that was the only thing. Any sound that came of that whole set was that old man saying, oh God. And there was no laughter. And I was like, and so I didn't hump the mic. And I was like, that was supposed to be halfway through my set. That wasn't what the fuck was I doing? That's your closer. You hump and then you're out. Like, why the fuck did I put it? Yes. Why did I put that in the middle? Like, you don't put that in the middle. And so I was supposed to do like 10 minutes or something. And I did 3. And then I was like, I'm done. And I told Carl, I'm like, I'm so sorry. He's like, well, you just had the Lincoln silence. And I guess, and that made me feel better.
Yeah, no,
because it was like, I guess at that point.
Now Julia has like taken it and made it, it's not like all the other past hosts like made it bad.
Yes.
She has turned it into something that it wasn't. Lincoln's in general is a hard room. It's a tough room.
It might be, yeah.
Like I think it one is like, again, is that like I don't think most people who are at Lincoln's on a Tuesday night are there because they saw that they were doing comedy.
No.
And then also it's just like a college-y vibe, and college kids are either the best audience members or the worst audience members.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it was like famously a rough room.
It was famously.
and like host after host. Like it was like it didn't matter. It did not matter who was hosting. It didn't matter.
It's just that weird room. Yeah. And you know the other one that like people had a really big love-hate with that I did with Ash was Comedy and Crepes.
Yes. Yeah,
like that room was also, and
really
I made a huge mistake then. I've made so many mistakes hosting. Holy shit. So hosting
is like a skill.
It was.
It's a true skill.
And this was the worst thing I ever did as a host. Like I've forgotten someone's name before. Like this was like worse than that.
You're like, I booked them. I asked them to be here. It's like if you forget the name out of Mike, it's like, yeah, well.
Or how do I pronounce your last name? Oh Jesus. So this is really bad.
Tell me.
This is so bad. And I got in trouble for it. That's how bad this is. Ash had to tell me that I got in trouble. Ash is like, the comedian said that you said this and did not like that you said this. So I still feel like I kind of feel throwy uppy about it now.
Oh no.
So I just didn't know what to do. Okay, so the headliner went up and that room is tough.
Yeah.
And the headliner was going to do other shows in the Burlington area. So I think this was just like the first night. And so he went up and he didn't do well, but he was like commenting on it. He was like, oh, I'm really bombing. And I didn't know what to do as a host to go up after. He's obviously commenting on it. I thought it was okay.
It's a joke.
To comment. So I said, this is so bad. I cannot believe I said this.
Oh my gosh.
I said, please like thank the very brave and then his name.
Wait, that's not.
I called him brave.
Not that bad.
For
that is really not that bad.
For continuing like going, and then I did the stupid like mom thing that I'm like, oh, I'm sure you're gonna do really good with the other like
Wait, that's
venues.
Funny.
I was like, and I was just like trying to make him feel better. And this guy,
okay, maybe
has
if it was
been
Ernest,
on
it wasn't
Conan. He's been on. He doesn't need some like lame-o from Vermont going like, "You're gonna get him next time.
Okay,
don't you worry about it."
Like, also,
what the
if he
hell?
like
it was
is
not
that
okay of me.
Professional, then he should not have like cried to the host about the other host saying something he didn't like.
Well,
that's
I learned
lame.
a lesson not to say that. Like it was a good thing. It was a good. I learned.
I suppose
not to no, but not to be. I guess it's patronizing. I mean, I guess it could be seen as that, but but like that, I still don't know if someone's doing. If someone's not doing a good job,
right.
I don't know what you're supposed to do. You just say their name and that's it. I guess.
You just say, keep it going for blank.
Yeah.
But you would think though, if they're making a bit out of it, that you could like also
but
joke a little bit.
I'm never again. Like if I host, like have you had those like learning nights where you're like, oh, never again will I do that. That was awful. Never again. Like that was a learning night.
Almost definitely, and yet I'm blanking.
No, because it's like, because I think sometimes you want to delete that from your brain because it's so horrendous.
Yeah, I think like what sucks is when you try, when something like works that you just thought of or whatever, and then you're like, perfect, I'll keep doing that.
Yeah.
And then it just like doesn't ever work again.
Yes,
and I'm like,
the biggest
it's like,
tease.
what? Okay, and then what? Now, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm able, like, I do this joke where, like, I talk about being insecure, but like that, like, I try to get validation from people, but I do it in like a chill way by being like, oh, I'm so ugly, and like make a sad face. And like like when I like did that sad face the first time, it like worked.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, cool, like I'll keep doing that. And then the like next few times it was like silence, like but now I've added on to the joke by being like, oh, so see how you guys all hated that, like so did everyone in my life, you know what I mean? And then they laugh because they're like, yeah, no, we did hate that. Like that works. But so I do, like there's always things that I'm like, oh, okay, not gonna do it at least in the same way that I did it before, you know?
How long do you try a joke for before you're like, yeah, this isn't working? Like before you're like, because sometimes you're like, this audience is just weird.
I know. I think honestly, I just keep doing it.
Well, because if you find it funny, like, then somebody might.
Yes, and like I said, I think instead of, for the most part, instead of not doing it anymore, I like add onto it, or like I figure out like why it's not working and then like comment on it not working. Yeah. Like that one, like that, it not working that time actually helped me because then it just added onto the bit. Now I have a whole, and now that part is always part of the bit. Whether they like laugh at the sad face or not, like it's still funny to say like you guys hated that, and so like that's now just part of the joke. So like I do kind of like, and and like I said, I don't like write new jokes, so I really don't have much to work with. So I like I'm just like, let's just do it anyway. Let's just keep doing it.
New material is terrifying.
Yeah,
like I'm starting to do it now, and I'm like, oh, like I can't. This is awful. Yeah, it's horrendous.
Yeah, it really is.
It's so hard.
You have to write your own material if you're a stand-up though. Like, what's preventing you from?
I'm confused by the question.
You do this all the time. He pitches this.
Yeah.
Having someone write for you.
A ghostwriter. I mean, people do that, but like.
But dude,
that would
you're
be
not gonna
so
get
lame.
any
I'm
respect.
So sorry, but it would be so lame here.
Yeah, it's such a
small community to have a ghostwriter. Like,
because everyone would also know who your writer is.
No,
it wouldn't be a ghost.
No one in this scene would like write for someone else.
No, because you're too busy writing your own
but
shit.
I've always wanted that because I don't like
that
writing.
Would be cool.
And so Maddie and I, who like at this point, like in a lot of ways our like comedy partners, we like always say that, and because it was told to us early on and now we just like do it, but like she's a writer, I'm a performer. Like she doesn't like to perform the way that I do, and I don't like to write the way that she does. So like in an ideal world, she would just write my jokes for me. But because it's like a small scene and like she's not gonna not tell her own jokes. So is she good for like
punch ups and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
that's
just like
really nice.
her, just like she's a really good writer in general. So like she writes really good jokes. But like even like Pet Store, like her episodes, like she's an amazing writer, but she has already said like season 2, I don't really want to act in it. Like I just
you guys are gonna do a season 2?
Knock on wood. Yes, we're still working out logistics, but we all want to. So yeah.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah, but so I'm like that's why I loved Pet Store so much, and I love Sketch so much, because I'm like, give me the words and I'll do it. Like that is so much fun to me. And like, and it's also fun for both, like Nick is the same way, that like they totally prefer to write over performing. And so Pet Store was perfect for that, because it was like, I got so much gratification from like hearing the line I delivered get a laugh. Yeah. Because I'm like, oh, sweet, I nailed the delivery. And then they get so much gratification hearing the words that they wrote get a laugh. Yeah. Because they're like, I told her to say that and it worked. Yep. And so like both of us like working together of like, you give me the words and I will like say them, just like works really well. So like,
and you guys did that awesome thing too of, oh, we're at the light, just so you know. But I still have stuff I want to say to you. Ask you about.
Remember, that's a 10-minute
that's a 10-minute light. Okay. So no fear. Okay. You guys also did that really cool thing of having different directors for every episode.
That was huge. That was awesome.
That was what made you think to do that? Was it just
we weren't even going to do directors? So many? Yeah, we weren't even going to do directors at all. But then it got switched around. Like our initial idea for the whole show had completely changed from like the whole like process. And so Nick and Maddie were never gonna be in the show, but we couldn't get people to commit to 5 months of because that's a lot to ask. That's a lot to ask. And it was because we were rehearsing every week, so every week for 5 months.
Oh my God, that is a lot.
That was a lot to get people on. And so we were like, we're getting down to like not really having, and so then it was like, okay, Nick, you're gonna be in it. Like, well, actually, so all of our names in the show are like play on our names. Oh. So like, I play a woman named Peg because my name is Margaret, and Peg is another nickname for Margaret. Katie plays Caitlin, because her name is Caitlin. Yeah. And then we're the only two that have our original. Oh. So like, and then Kate plays Madison. Maddie was supposed to play Madison. Oh. Maddie plays Catherine because Kate was supposed to play Catherine.
Oh my God.
Nick plays Jerry because Jared was supposed to play Jerry, and then Jared's name is Brent because Brian Dale B was going to be Brent. God. But we just couldn't get like Brian.
That's so
Brian would have been incredible, and I'm still vying for him to like be a part of it some way. But he gets he's an improviser through and through, and he could not memorize. Like,
that was just too much.
He was like, this is too much, to memorize. So then we had to shift things around and blah, blah, blah. So that all being said, notice how there was no Nick name. Yeah. Nick was not supposed to be in it. And so then it was just like, all right, fine, I'll just be Jerry, and then you be, Jerry's kind of like a lower, like whatever. We shifted it around, so that like everyone felt comfortable in like the roles that they were playing. And so the idea was just like, Nick was like gonna be our director too, like whatever, or like whoever of us, the writers were kind of supposed to like also direct. And then we realized like the first rehearsal, we were like, we need someone who's not on stage and not playing a part to be watching us. And then at that point it was kind of like last minute, so we were like, we're not gonna get one person to direct all of these, so let's split it up and get different directors each month. And then it's like you're only committing to 4 weeks, and even that was hard. Like a lot, most of the time, like they couldn't come every week for 4 weeks. But that was a game changer. Like we realizing like, we need someone to like direct us without it being one of us. So
I knew it was a lot of work, but like you just saying all of that, like
oh no, it shifted. It shifted a lot. It totally shifted a lot. Yeah.
Well, and I really love that Nick was that part, because then you got to add this really cool storyline.
Yeah, totally.
Which was so cool and progressive and different.
And they like totally loved, and they wrote that. You know what I mean? Like they
so cool.
Yeah. You know, Jared can play a lot of different characters, but probably shouldn't have played an 18-year-old trans boy. And so I'm really glad that Nick played that character.
he made such a like fun, like dorky.
I mean, he manager. I do feel like, I mean, each of us like found ourselves
it worked so well.
And I think like Maddie was gonna play Madison, like the weird old woman, and then she was like thinking about it. She was like, I think Kate might be more, because she's not like Maddie, like isn't up. She doesn't like performing. So playing like a weirdo wacko character was like a little bit hard for her. And then she was like, and then it was like, we didn't have all the episodes written when we first started. Yeah. So then it was like, okay, now Kate's in this character. Let's just make her say the weird. Like then it got weirder and weirder and blah blah blah.
My heart.
She was incredible.
Oh my God. She played that character so well.
Did. She played it so well. She came up with some accent that none of us were expecting, and we loved it.
She was the thing I loved about her doing that was how subtle she was.
Yeah.
Because you could easily take that and just go completely overboard, and it would be fine.
Yes.
But she played it so cute and subtle.
And that's why it was so fun to write for her, because it was like, let's just get her to say like the weirdest shit ever.
Because you're like,
and she's
did
just
she
gonna
really
like
just say that?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
Jared is so funny. Good. Like whenever people are like, oh, like Madison's lines are so funny. He like gets mad because he's like, Madison's lines are easy to write because you can say anything. Like we just say anything. And he like wants to be like complimented on the lines that are harder. I'm like, Peg is hard to be funny because she's normal. You know what I mean? Like, what about Peg's lines though? Yeah. Weren't those funny? Like, I just like write 4 words that don't go together and then have Madison say it, and it works.
Well, and then the other thing you guys did was you had all of your the guest people come through too.
So much fun.
It was just so much fun. It was so cool.
And it got like so many people to be in it. Like, you know, 10 episodes with 4 guests at least each episode. It was like everybody who wanted to do it. And we did have a lot of interest in people, like people really wanted to do it.
Because it was just fun. So much fun.
So much fun. And it's just like different. Like it's just not something. It was like a little mix of, it was like we've all, and I think that group, it was perfect. It was a perfect project for the 6 of us, because the 6 of us had all been in the game for a while. Yeah. And we'd all done at least stand-up and improv. Mm-hmm. And we were kind of like, what now? Like, you know what I mean? It was like, okay, like it's been like 8 years for all of us, like doing stand-up, doing improv, like let's do something. We were all feeling a little itchy, to like try something new. And it was like we had 8 or more years under our belt of like knowing how to write a sketch and how to come up with a funny scene.
Shorthand.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it was the perfect project for us, because it was just like, oh, okay. Like we were all just kind of like buzzing for 5 months, because we were like, this is something like different, and we're the ones doing it, and we get to do it, and it's so much fun. And
and you guys just knocked it out. Like you guys had commercials. There were little commercials.
Yeah.
That was so cool. Yeah. Like you really involved the whole community.
That was a huge goal
so
of like
cool.
Trying to like fit everything into it. Yeah.
Because if people like went to see the episodes, like multiple episodes, you're seeing like pretty much like all of like I'm just thinking about all the different people. They were all like the awesome improv people in there. Then you had a bunch of people that do improv and stand up, and then you have people that are really good at video stuff. Like Jeremy's stuff was in there. And
it was a really fun way of mixing the improv and stand-up worlds, because that's a whole other thing. Like when I got started in 2018, you got started around that time too, right?
Yeah.
I feel like there was a lot more overlap. Like we just like hit like a really like fun era of like there was a lot of overlap between the improvisers and the stand-ups. Like a lot of us did both. Yeah. And so it didn't feel very split. Like it felt very much, and that was so much fun for me. Like of just like we're all doing all of it kind of. And not everyone, but like it definitely, but right now there's like I think it's just like phases that the community goes through, but right now we're in a phase where like the improvisers do improv and the stand-ups do stand-up. And so Pet Store was a fun way to like get some people in the same room that have never even kind of interacted because they're not doing the same thing, you know? So that was a lot of fun. Cool. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, that was awesome. So look out for season 2.
I know. I'm really excited that you guys are doing it again.
We're all just like they're in the middle of Chicken Sketch Story right now. So like once that's over, then Pet Store will be the next.
And I love that there's more sketch shows.
I know. Too. Me too.
That is so brand new. Fun. Like, because when we started, that was like a lost.
Yeah.
I remember Jeremy Rayburn was like, had just come.
Yeah.
I got to talk to him, but he like just had come from New York and that was like doing sketches and he was like, no one's really doing this stuff here.
Yeah.
So it's so cool that that's starting too.
Sketches always so much fun.
Oh my God. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Maggie, this was fantastic having you on.
I could talk to you guys for hours. This is so
was
much
really,
fun.
really fun. Yeah,
this has been awesome.
But this was awesome. Thank you for coming on the wrong side of the hedge.
Thank you for having me.
Come back anytime. And please, everybody who's watching this, go check out season 2 of Pet Store when it comes out.
When. We'll say when.
Yeah. And check out Maggie Phelan because she does stand-up.
Please.
Are you going to do the contest this year?
I think so.
Okay.
The only reason I wasn't was because the Jonas Brothers will be at Mohegan Sun, Connecticut on November 15th. Oh
my God, again, if my eyes were cameras like this, the whole look. Oh my God.
So yeah, I was going to go and just try to scalp tickets because I didn't get any. But then we ended up getting tickets through another show. So I think I won't go to Mohegan and I probably will do the contest. So,
my God. Yeah. All right, well, come to the contest and see Maggie then. All right.
Thank you guys.
Thank you so much. Yay.